Josh Vignona has built his career the way some executives build portfolios: geographically diversified, culturally informed, and deliberately expansive. Known professionally as both Josh Vignona and Joshua Vignona, he has shaped his leadership philosophy not from a single headquarters, but from airports, boardrooms, and city streets across the United States and abroad. From New York City to India, from Tampa to South Korea, Vignona's professional life has been defined by movement. Not as a perk, but as a practice. "I'll be traveling for work until I retire," he says. "And I love it." That statement is less about mileage and more about mindset. Josh Vignona grew up in New York City and now lives in Tampa, a personal and professional bridge between two very different business cultures. His formal education began at SUNY Albany, but much of his working education has taken place in conference rooms and collaborative sessions across major global hubs. The destinations that have shaped him most include New York City, Tampa, Indianapolis, San Francisco, Portland, Maine, Dallas, India, South Korea, Ireland, and Switzerland. Each location contributed something distinct. New York sharpened his pace and competitive edge. San Francisco reinforced innovation and scale. International travel, particularly in India and South Korea, expanded his cultural fluency and global awareness. "These are meaningful to me because I have gained new perspectives from colleagues and learned from the opportunities to collaborate," he explains. For Joshua Vignona, geography is not background scenery. It is an operating system. In an era when many leaders talk about globalization in abstract terms, Josh Vignona has experienced it firsthand. His travels have not only exposed him to different business practices, but also to different ways of thinking. "Global awareness allows me to learn from the experiences of teammates, collaborate with colleagues with unique perspectives, and it makes for a better, more thoughtful outcome," he says. That approach affects how he conducts meetings, evaluates partnerships, and makes decisions. Rather than defaulting to a single framework, he adapts to context. Every city, he notes, has its own personality, culture, and traditions. The people are what make every city special. This perspective creates an edge. Leaders who understand cultural nuance negotiate differently. They build trust more quickly. They avoid the blind spots that come from assuming one market behaves like another. For Vignona, international exposure is not about optics. It is about effectiveness. Josh Vignona's travel philosophy includes what many now call bleisure or busyleisure, though he approaches it without trend-driven language. For him, it simply means being intentional. "Busyleisure means that I find pockets of personal time to explore in the cities that I travel to, for business," he says. That exploration might be an after-hours dinner at a local restaurant or adding a few extra days to experience landmarks, parks, or cultural destinations. This is not indulgence. It is strategic decompression. Executives who never disconnect risk burnout and diminished creativity. Vignona's approach allows him to recharge while deepening his understanding of the communities where he works. State and national parks, restaurants, and locally recognized landmarks are often at the top of his list. The result is a sustainable rhythm. High-level meetings during the day. Cultural immersion and reflection when time allows. Active lifestyles, he believes, can be fostered anywhere. Some trips leave a deeper imprint. During a visit to Bangalore, India, Josh Vignona toured the ISKCON temple, an experience that stood out beyond business obligations. The visit offered direct exposure to local traditions and cultural practices that no conference room could replicate. Moments like that reinforce why he sees travel as a long-term commitment rather than a temporary career phase. The world becomes less abstract when you walk through it. For Joshua Vignona, these experiences shape empathy and perspective. They remind him that business exists within culture, not above it. While his work spans continents, his personal foundation remains central to his identity. Vignona grew up in New York City and now resides in Tampa. The shift reflects both professional evolution and lifestyle preference. Tampa offers proximity to nature and an outdoor culture that aligns with his personal interests. He is also big on family. Family time often centers around outdoor experiences, museums, landmarks, and sporting events. Niagara Falls, Alaska, the Grand Canyon, and numerous national parks have all been part of those shared adventures. Sporting events are a recurring theme. The family regularly attends boxing matches, baseball games, football games at both the college and professional levels, basketball games, hockey games, and soccer matches. They support their local Tampa teams while maintaining ties to select New York teams, a reflection of Vignona's dual city identity. Beyond travel and sports, he enjoys scuba diving, charcoal grilling, and boxing for fitness. These pursuits reinforce the active lifestyle that complements his demanding professional schedule. He also identifies as an advocate for autism awareness, a cause that reflects his broader commitment to community engagement and support. Business travel often carries a reputation for exhaustion. For Josh Vignona, it has had the opposite effect. Exposure to different cities has influenced his routines, productivity habits, and overall approach to growth. Rather than becoming rigid, he has become adaptable. Each environment requires adjustment. Time zones shift. Cultural norms vary. Meeting structures change. That constant recalibration builds cognitive flexibility, a trait increasingly valued in senior leadership. It also reinforces humility. No single market has a monopoly on best practices. Joshua Vignona's approach suggests that leaders who remain curious outperform those who remain comfortable. Travel is not a chapter in Vignona's career. It is the through line. He returns frequently to the cities that have shaped him professionally, maintaining relationships and continuity across markets. And he continues to look forward. Hawaii is on his list of upcoming destinations, combining business opportunities with the chance to explore new terrain. For Josh Vignona, the appeal is not the novelty of a new airport or skyline. It is the ongoing exchange of ideas. The conversations that happen across cultures. The lessons that come from stepping outside familiar ground. In a business climate that often prizes digital connection above physical presence, Joshua Vignona continues to invest in showing up. In cities across the United States. In boardrooms overseas. In parks, temples, restaurants, and stadiums that shape perspective beyond quarterly results. His career reflects a simple but increasingly rare conviction: leadership improves when it travels.